So you've looked at certain things and you think, should you start an OnlyFans? Right, well, some things you need to consider are, right, this is a business. It's going to take up a lot of your time. You're going to have to put out a lot of content. Okay, you need to have a thick skin because subscribers can be pricks. You need to separate yourself from the idea of your content being associated with your worth. Because it's a business, people are going to be undercutting you. You need to create boundaries. If you worked in retail or as a graphic designer, you set your prices. As a freelancer, and when people ask for cheaper stuff, you say, no, those are my prices. You also, if someone's rude to you in a retail setting or any other sort of setting, really, you don't really take that. Okay, but for some reason they have such a warped perception of sex workers that they think it's okay to be rude. You get a lot more than you do in the other industry, so you sort of have to have a thick skin and say, listen, you can't talk to me that way, block. If you want other sex workers, stay away from this user, block. Just like you would in any other industry, you'd be like, listen, get out the store, or listen, we're not working with you anymore because you're verbally abusive to me. So you have to set up those boundaries. You really need to understand that as a business, it's going to take time to grow. It's not instant money. I know you've heard that several times, but if you look over my sort of tutorial episode thing and watch through it, you'll see why. If you can't be bothered to watch through it, then you know it's not for you. Because you can't even be bothered to look at the lessons. Like 2 hours of telling you what to expect. So I'm saying, if you can't bother to look at that, you ain't bothered for the hard work of it. Yeah, so you should come into the idea as an entrepreneur, right? Try and use the things you can for free, but you are also going to have to invest on yourself, because the money you make should go back into content. It should go back into how you're promoting, where you're promoting, how you're checking your analytics, how you're scheduling. So things are going to start costing money, and you're going to have to start investing into yourself. If you don't, you're going to see it drop. And this is where it comes in, where if you have management, you can really use this as an additional income, because they can really handle up the workload for you. I talked about that in another episode, like the perks of management and doing it on your own, of them fronting the cost. So best of luck. Hope you have a look at the tutorials and get an idea of what was for you. Peace.